A little cut here.
You got a cut?
I got a cut. I mean, my hands are always dinged up, but I got a cut from washing dishes. Hashtag, that's why you don't wash dishes.
Okay. Yeah. So is this how we're starting our life updates?
It could be.
Okay, so
notice recording yet.
Okay. And we're back for the Story Traders podcast.
What episode is this? Oh,
Jeez. We'll probably have to cut this part out. It's probably like 12.
I was actually going to say 12.
Maybe 13.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucky number
I believe
13.
it. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, we'll probably cut this part out anyways.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? So do you want to start?
Yeah, this is definitely going to cut out. Okay.
So this podcast is about life updates, right?
Yeah, just kind of
Just
updating all the fans.
Anecdotes about what's going on.
Yeah. So, biggest update would be we are recording from a new location.
Yo, new podcast studio.
New podcast studio. Me and Isabel got a house.
Yeah.
It is not too far away from where we were living.
Uh-huh.
So that's nice that we didn't have to up and move across the country or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a old house, 1800 something, but it's like right in a little town that everything's like super walkable. So we are super loving this house.
Yeah, you live on a brick one-way street, which is really nice. It's nice
Yeah.
and quiet.
Yeah, so quiet. But one of the updates I was going to share was we're loving everything about this house a ton other than our hot water heater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our hot water
I heard
heater.
about this.
Literally 1 week after we moved in, I went up to take a shower, put it on to hot water, was waiting a little while. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's been a long day for that heater.
I'm taking a shower upstairs. It's going to take longer for the hot water to get up here.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, literally no hot water. Completely tap cold. I definitely gave up at that point. I mean,
You gave up on the shower?
No, I did take a shower. But I gave up on hot water. So I took a completely cold shower, went downstairs, and looked at Isabel. I was like, that hot water here is not doing its job. And she's like, did the gas get cut off? Like, did we, like, obviously we just moved in. And I was like, oh, well, that is a good point. Like, maybe we don't have gas.
Yeah.
So I tried the stove. Stove definitely worked. And, yeah. So anyways, but we have a warranty on all the
a quote-unquote home warranty.
Home warranty that was actually covered by the seller. So we didn't even have to pay for it, which was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, called them. They're like, they were like, so how important is this hot water? They didn't word it quite like that, but they were like, is
What's
this an
the
emergency?
urgency? Oh,
yes,
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. And I was like, what do you want me to say? It's a hot water heater. So he's like, well, I just have to put whether it's
You're like, it's an emergency.
And I was like, okay, put it down as an emergency.
I just got out of a really freaking cold shower.
Yes. I was like, put it down as an emergency. So anyway, you have to go through them. They have to schedule their people to come out. Probably took like 4 days, 5 days.
Did it really?
Oh yeah.
It
It's just to get it checked.
Oh my gosh.
So that somebody came out. Turns out pilot light went out. I was like, gosh dang it. Here I am, super dummy here. I actually tried to figure out the pilot light. Was completely unsuccessful, but I was looking in the wrong spot.
Oh.
Hashtag new homeowner, I guess. I just don't know hot water heaters. So he relit the pilot light. I was like, sweet, okay. Paid $75 for them to do that, but now we know how to do the pilot light. Came home that evening. Cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah, pilot light went out again.
Man.
So then immediately called them, obviously. They were like, oh yeah, we'll schedule somebody else. Another 4 or 5 days later.
Oh my gosh. I'd heard little bits of this, but I did not realize that there was so much time
There
in between.
has been so
You gotta
much
be
time
kidding
going
me.
on. So then this was Friday. Somebody That this was the second time they came out.
The same guy?
Yes, same guy.
Okay.
And by the way, first time he came out, we were super hyped because this guy was looking at the heater. He's like, this thing is super old. It's rusted on top. Like, we should be able to get you up and running today.
Yeah.
But also, I think I'm going to be able to get you guys a new water heater. Like, they should be able to cover this for you. So they had told Isabel that, and Isabel told me that. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
Pay $75 for
Home warranties are the best.
Home warranties are amazing. Everyone should have this. But yeah, that didn't happen. And then he felt super bad because he got declined when he put the request into the warranty company. So then, yeah, when he came out the second time, I was like, obviously, like they're not going to cover it. Like they're going to come up with some reason, whatever. To make a very long story short, they have a lot of underwriting in their stuff about if the thing was not in good condition when you got the house, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
And yes, of course, there was stuff in our inspection on the house saying like, this water heater is not the newest, which, yeah, duh. It's like 8 years.
Yeah, it's from the
old or whatever.
1800s.
It's from the 1800s. Come on.
It's original.
They barely knew how to take, they barely had plumbing inside. Come on. But yeah, they are not going to cover it. But I will take what I can get, and I think they're going to cover $400 of a new water heater.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
So
I had not heard that part.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It is.
Because that's the majority of a hot water heater.
No.
Isn't it? No?
It's like $1,400.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, I've owned a house for 5 years and clearly know nothing about hot water heaters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, do you know how to relight your pilot light? That would be more than me.
No, but I don't need to because ours is electric.
Oh, that's so expensive.
Yeah, but it's cheaper than replacing a hot water heater.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Is your furnace gas?
Yeah.
No, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, the thing came on Friday, and the guy was talking to me. He was like, so, because I was at work. It was insane day. I had like a dude trying to buy 10 arborvitaes off me, and then a landscape company trying to pick up their order for a HOA. Multiple other customers are at the greenhouse, and this plumbing guy is like, I kind of need a decision right now on like, do you want $400? Do you want me to like replace this gas valve, which is the $400 that might fix the water heater, or we could just take that $400 to a new water heater? Like, tell me right now. I was like, just don't do it. Don't do it. And because it was like, if we don't do this right now, then you might be out of hot water heater for another week or whatever. I was like, well, I don't want them to replace this one part on the old heater.
And then you still have to go pay $1,400 for that.
I was like, I'll just come back, do it again, do the whole thing later, and we'll keep going with the cold showers, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Have you felt refreshed from these cold showers?
No,
not at all.
Actually, not. Like you could talk to Isabel. I come downstairs. I'm just like every time, I'm like, that is awful.
Honestly, it's not that bad if you start with warm and then slowly cool it down.
Yes,
but it sucks
so hard
getting
to start
into cold water. But I can actually do it if I like cool myself down slowly.
Yes,
with the water. But yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, and it is also different because it's like it's May right now. If this was July, I would have been working in the hot summer sun all day long. Would have got home just drenched in sweat, and I would have been like, "Give me a cold shower."
Yeah,
but it is not like that right now.
Doesn't Isabel have a like a membership at Planet Fitness?
Yes,
she does. She just goes over there and takes a shower.
No, she's been taking the cold showers.
Wow.
Yeah, proud of her.
Props to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one fun update.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, man, we should do an episode where we just talk about house problems.
Oh, yeah?
Because, I mean, just like all the stuff that we've done to our house so far in the last 5 years.
Dude, you've done nothing to your house.
Either out of necessity or out of just like trying to make it better.
I mean, the
Man,
one
we
time
have a lot of stories.
your sewer thing. I mean, that was nothing.
That's it. That was hardly anything. Yeah.
And the roof? Come on. Nothing.
Yeah, roof easy to replace it yourselves. Yeah. Anyways, things to come. So my life update is that we are expecting our second kid.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right? Which is super exciting. Oliver is turning 2 next month. And so this kid, so he's turning 2 in June, and this kid is going to be delivered in November if everything goes properly.
Yeah.
And so my life update is just like, it's been so fun telling people about the kid. Like, you know, it's different with the second kid than the first kid, because like everyone's like, okay, it's been 2 years, so they're almost like expecting it at this point, you know. But it's still super fun, because instead of like just telling people like we did with the first kid, the second kid, we're more like just like trying to find creative ways to just like slip it into conversation sometimes. And it's been so fun. So obviously, like with family, there's been less of just like slipping into conversation, you know. But when we told Bailey's family, it was on Easter. We told both of our families on Easter.
Okay.
When we told Bailey's family, Bailey had made like a fruit pizza, and she
spelled something on there?
Which she was going to, and she couldn't figure out a way to do it without like someone potentially seeing it.
Yeah.
So she ended up just taking one of the ultrasound pictures and putting it on like a piece of cardboard, and she just set it on top of the fruit pizza when she brought it out, and the cardboard said, "We're expecting," you know, because it's Easter.
Oh, okay.
We're expecting.
I was so confused.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I would say that certain members of the family were like, literally, we were just talking about like, when is this gonna happen? It's gotta happen soon, right? So, and then the most fun one was telling you guys, telling my side of the family, because we also told you guys on Easter, but I did it with the podcast.
Yeah.
So
as a cover. You had me so good.
I literally told Josiah, I was like, okay, so I've got this new podcast intro that I have to show you, and it's sick.
Yeah. I was expecting like you somehow
like
mixed
some
music or something, and it was like Story Traders or something. I was like halfway, I was thinking, I hope I really do like it. Like, I hope I don't have to fake and be like, oh, yay. And then thinking in the back of my head, that is corny.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah. So I told Josiah, I've got this new podcast intro, and we had just finished dinner, and I was like, oh, Josiah, I got to show you the podcast intro. And of course the whole family's around.
Yeah.
And the whole family's like, oh yeah, I want to listen to this. So I started up, and literally I had taken bits and pieces from all of the other podcasts that we've done just to make it sound like the conversation was kind of, you know, natural.
Yeah.
Which
it was
still
mostly from like the bloopers of our very first one, wasn't it?
Yeah. There were several things from our first one. And so, but I ended up recording a piece just by myself to actually like do the announcement. So right now, when I'm editing, I'm going to drop it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here we go. Episode 10 of the Story Traders podcast.
Hello.
Josiah, guess what?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you'll never guess.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to start on me like this?
Yeah, I am. We're kicking this episode off with a bang. Bailey's pregnant. Okay, wait for it. Now, if you aren't Josiah, you're wondering, Josiah knew about this before anyone else? And if you're looking at Josiah, he's super confused because he doesn't remember this ever being recorded. Yeah, I recorded this one by myself. Now you guys are thinking, how long does this recording go? Pretty long. So yeah, the new intro is going to be coming November 9th, just in time for a new child tax credit of 2025. Okay, so that was the announcement, and it was just so funny because right after I tell the family that Bailey's pregnant, I think that there was like a solid 3 to 4 seconds of everyone just like pausing and just listening and like just processing. It took like a long time, and then everyone's like, "Oh!"
For me, it was just like because I recognized all those bits that you used.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to figure out in my head, like, how is he making this into an intro? Like,
Yeah, because Josiah didn't remember record. Well, he remembered recording that, but he didn't remember the recording like as a whole.
Yes. So then I hear you say that, and I was like, I do not remember that being said.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, oh, he tricked me so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was super fun. Yeah, and then let's see. So we told. So one of my cousins, we had a plan for we had a trivia night recently at church, and so we'd asked her if she wanted to join our trivia group, and she was like, "Yeah, sounds good." So we've just like jokingly been sending each other bits of trivia recently.
Just as tests.
Yeah, just as tests. And so I texted her. I was like,
which she's the perfect person to just be randomly texting about trivia stuff.
Yeah. I texted her and Bailey together in a group text.
Yeah.
I said, Jennifer, we need to practice trivia. Quick. What is the gestation period of a pig? And she goes, 3 months. And I was like, passable. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, which happens to be a bit of information that I know from growing up on the farm.
It's an easy one to remember.
Quick, what is the gestation period of a human mother? And then I immediately sent the picture of Oliver holding all of the ultrasound pictures. And she goes, yeah, congrats. So that was fun.
That's great.
Let's see. When I called Isaac up and told him, hey man, I need to apologize. He's like, uh-oh, what do you need to apologize about? And I was like, well, basically if we had planned better, you could have maybe had you could have shared the birthday. You could have shared your birthday with someone.
Yeah.
But you're just going to have to share the birthday month with someone. So I'm really sorry about that. And he was like, come on, man, you had one job. And then we had some other friends who have literally just been dying. Well, this is Garrett's wife, Maddie. She's just been dying for us to have a second kid.
Yeah.
To the point where she, at one point, saw this toy of that was perfect in her head for our second kid, and she bought it.
Okay. Just a gender neutral toy.
Yeah. And she had told Bailey at one point, hey, I bought a gift for your second kid. I'm going to have to give it to you guys at some point. And so then when we saw them at one point, we were like, she was telling me about this gift. And she's like, I've got this. You're just going to have to tell us when we need to bring it to you guys at some point. And I was like, I just looked straight at Bailey and I was like, yeah, how's November sound, Bailey? And Bailey's like, sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. And then Maddie is just like staring at me, and then she stares at Bailey, and then she stares back at me and stares back at Bailey, and she's like, are you trying to tell us something? It was great.
That's funny.
So yeah, that's pretty much all of my major life updates recently, but it's been super fun to tell everyone, and obviously we're pretty excited. So
yeah. What is the actual due date?
November 9th.
November 9th.
Yeah. So I've got a comment right here.
Oh, we do have a comment?
Yeah, we got a comment.
From who?
We got a comment from our dear mother.
Oh, yes.
Yep, this is about the podcast where we talked about accidents.
Mm.
And I told the story about my accident and how we got a rental car for a couple months.
Yeah.
And she goes, I remember now, we took that rental down to North Carolina too. Great gas mileage. I think all of us were like pretty impressed with the gas mileage. So
They legit will rent a car now every time they go down to Texas.
I know. It's
Because
impressive.
they were just like used to driving the Suburban every time.
Yeah.
But then when we weren't able to go anymore, they were like, why drive this
Yeah.
massive gas guzzler vehicle all the way
Yeah.
down there? We can rent this thing for like $200 and
Yeah.
then save like all that money in gas and not put any miles on our cars.
Yeah. And that probably does make sense. But I feel like every time I've looked at rental cars recently, they're just so expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're able to score some deals on them.
Yeah. Don't know what they're doing. So if you're our parents and you have some inside information, then comment below. We'll share it with the world.
We'll share that with everyone else.
Yeah. All right. Well, peace out, everyone. Thanks. Drop
Thanks
a
for listening
comment
to our just
Story Traders
wild...
podcast. Leave a 5-star review for us.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.